Hey universe, it's Wendy. This is Wendy's Parade, where I do perfume reviews. I'm not actually going to do a review for this one. I am going to talk about decluttering and decluttering videos. I am probably never going to do one. I definitely do perfumes reviews that I don't like because I think that's important. I think that needs to be out there. I'm not going to like everything. And maybe some of the aspects I don't like, other people will like. But beyond that, I have noticed that because I watch a lot of perfume videos, mostly to see other perfumes, also mostly nowadays to kind of see what other people are doing, not because I want to copy or not do things, but just to get an idea. It's kind of like if you want to write, you want to read a lot of books. I do like doing perfume reviews. Not a lot of people do this style I do, where I just do single reviews primarily, but I do watch a lot of them. And the whole declutter thing, there's so many of them, and it's like constantly. It's not like, oh, once a year I'm like plucking out, cleaning up my closet, whatever. It's like these declutter videos followed by perfume hauls, followed by declutter videos, followed by perfume hauls, and it's kind of obsessive, and it reminds me of like, to me it's slightly addictive behavior. I have a real big problem with buying too much perfume. No one needs as much as I have. It's asinine, it's crazy, and it's just wrong. Um, but that whole cycle, it kind of reminds me, before decluttering got big, I really think it's because of Marie Kondo, the Japanese woman that wrote the life-changing happiness of tidying up, so that the declutter came into our vernacular versus like cleaning out your closet or going to Goodwill or whatever. But so it's seen as something really healthy and really, soul searching. But I think in the perfume community, when you have decluttering following by buying a bunch of shit, like in her book, if you read it, it is about decluttering and tidying your space and things like that. And, I have a really small house, so I need to be careful about what I bring in and what I bring out, but it's also be more mindful of what you're doing. Like, the whole point of decluttering isn't necessarily so you can buy a bunch of shit. Whatever your deal is, if it's makeup, clothes, books, stuff for your yard, like whatever your your expensive hobby is, right? So it really is to just be like, do I need that? I just got rid of 10 bottles. Do I need to buy another bottle? Do I need to buy 2 bottles? And the thing with decluttering is, okay, I used to sell on eBay, and not even just perfume, like camping equipment, clothing, and shit like that. I used to sell on eBay like a really long time ago, 15 years ago, and it was worth my time. eBay didn't take so much, PayPal didn't take so much, and there was not so many people on it, like flooding the market. So it was worth my time. I didn't get back what I paid for anything, but I got back a good chunk, and it was worth it. Now, it's not worth selling your perfume on eBay. And even a couple years ago, and I shouldn't have even sold them. I should have just held on to them. I was selling like vintage diptyque. I do remember that one. It was a vintage diptyque. I should have held on to it, but hopefully it went to a good home. I really wasn't wearing it, so she got a good deal on it. But I think my larger point is, like, I work more than full time. I have responsibilities. And like anyone else, I'm not special, but most of us work. A lot of people have kids, pets, maybe family members that you're caretaking. And even if you don't, you got to mow the lawn, you got to do the laundry, you got to do your dishes, you got to go grocery. There's so many things to do. So right now, during my declutter process, I have in my room my box to declutter, and it's good I have it there, because some of them I've taken out, because I've also known not to get rid of your likes, which is a whole nother subject. Do not get rid of your likes. Get rid of your hates, get rid of, I'm never going to wear that again, but don't get rid of your likes. So it's in my room. There's my to sell, sold, maybe I'm going to sell. So I have this mess. I mean, it's a mess. And every day I go to work and I unpack the shipments at work, and I am like, I need this box, I need that box, I need that box. So every day at work, I have to have the mental wavelength to say, I need that box. I need more packing material. I got to stop at Walgreens to get more shipping tape. I have to check, and I'm doing Mercari. Mercari, I think, is a little bit better of a platform than eBay. I don't think it's worth selling perfume on eBay at all. I just don't. That's my opinion. And even Mercari is not that good anymore, but it's something. So meanwhile, my basement is full of boxes and packing material. I have to check Mercari multiple times a day. And we all do this, right? People will be like, I like that Paul Smith rose, but I don't like this, blah, blah, blah. And then we chat back and forth, and I'm spending my time and my mental energy going back and forth with this person, and then they just disappear. So I get ghosted. But the point is that like I gotta check Mercari several times a day. I have to I have to shelf home all this packing material. I have to box up my stuff, make sure it's addressed correctly. And then I work 10 to 12 hour shifts. So on my days off, I have to go to the post office. So I'm going to the post office almost on every single day off that I have. Now, you know what? If you don't work out of the house, or maybe some people have more time than I have. I'm not even really that busy, but man, my point is I'm doing a lot of work, and at the end of the day, it would have been easier just to save my money in the first place. So I guess my cautionary tale is, number one, this weird decluttering thing that's going on YouTube right now, and decluttering is great, take stuff to Goodwill, donate, but this weird cycle that people have, and I know you've seen it. Oh, I have a declutter video, and now I have a haul, and now I have a declutter, and now I have a haul, and maybe those are the people that have channels that are so big that that's all they do. But I don't think so. I don't think that's most of them. But even that said, like, I'm already getting sick of selling shit on Mercari. I've only sold like 10 bottles. I have like literally 50 that I want to sell. And it just takes up so much mental bandwidth. Like, I don't want to be bringing home boxes every day. I don't want to be checking Mercari and doing all these text messages that aren't going anywhere, and have Mercari take 10% off of something that I'm selling at a loss to begin with. When I first got into perfume, I was really, really, really into swapping, and I was very open. And for some things, it's like, sure, I'll just try things, or I'll just, that's on my test list or whatever. Now I'm like, I really, really want that. I really want that. I don't want to be trying shit out. I don't want a bunch of cheap shit on my shelf that I'm not going to use. Nothing is wrong with cheap stuff. You guys know I have plenty of inexpensive perfumes on my shelf, but I'm not going to bring something into my house just to try it and then be stuck with it, having to get rid of it. But even in those days, man, I was like swapping. And swapping can be fun. And I made so many friends on Fragrantica, and I will still swap. But at this point, the truth is, a lot of the stuff I have that I want is either high-end or niche. And there's a few kind of cheaper bottles that I want to. But, if they're $30, I can just get it myself. I don't really need to swap for it. So I don't know. I think being less of a literal consumer is a good thing. And, we all have our things that we get into, and we all have our things that we collect, but things just get out of hand. And I guess my entire point is, well, I'll just sell it. Well, perfume is not an investment. There are very, very, very few bottles that I'm going to sell that I may be able to make a little bit more than what I paid, because they're discontinued or whatever. But at the end of the day, once Mercari takes their cut, once I get seller's fees and like a fee for taking the cash out that I earned, I'm going to barely break even and have all those hours of my labor. So just think about it. Your perfume's not an investment, and you're not going to get anything back to what it's worth. Going back to swapping, that used to be a lot of fun for me, but it's just not anymore. I'm just kind of past all the whole swapping thing. I haven't swapped in like a good year or two on Fragrantica, and there's nothing wrong with swapping, and but I'm just not into it anymore. And having all this crap in my house, my basement is a mess. There's just packing material everywhere. I don't really like that either. I just want to have a nice, clean perfume shelf. But if I keep bringing stuff in and doing that cycle, it's not helpful. And it's just a lot of work for me. I don't want to come home from work and, take care of the dog and maybe make myself some dinner and take a shower and everything, and have to worry about doing all this extra labor. So that's just a little mini rant. I'm going to put this up. I may take it down, but that's just kind of been what's on my mind. I'm never going to do a declutter video because it just doesn't matter. What does it matter? Who gives a shit about what I'm selling or what I'm taking to Goodwill or what I'm giving away or, what I'm doing? To me, that's not that interesting. So anyway, thoughts, comments, concerns, criticisms. Let me know what you think. What's the whole thing about decluttering? That whole weird cycle, man, it's dangerous. And I don't know. I don't think it's healthy. Anyway, I rambled long enough. This is Wendy's Parade.